This first exercise here is called gentle drum. We're actually going to move in this way here. You can bring your feet off the floor where your heel turns up, or you can leave your heels flat. Or if you're seated and can't bring your heels, you're just trying to get some movement, light movement, to open up the spine. It's not as much like I'm going to go play golf right now and try and, you know, whack a golf ball. I just want to actually open up the spine here and get the energy flowing up and through the spine. This is a practice that I'm sure out of 8.5 million people or something that reportedly practice Qigong on a daily basis in China, that, and many of which, okay. First I got Bella, and then I got Tanya. That's why we're keeping it in the family over here. Yeah, so, but many people have stories. So there's a documentary, I forget who did that one, but there's some interesting documentaries. They go over to the China and see people practicing like this. Many of them diagnosed with cancer 4, 5, 10 years ago. And they're out there practicing every day, doing this. Every once in a while, inhale, exhale. Just kind of notice your breath. We're going to try and go just long enough with this one to actually unlock our breath. Many of you probably don't even know exactly what that is or means, but it's kind of like you practice long enough where your breath actually comes back. Imagine that. Like all of a sudden you have a deep sigh. That would be an example. But most of us, including myself, and I practice all the time, in our society, we hold our breath. And so these practices are really good to help us come back to our breath. This one's sometimes called knocking on the door of life. We call it the gentle drum. If you've ever seen those little swivel drums from Asia, they got the little balls on them and you swivel it, try and get the balls to tap the drum. That's our little gentle drum. And again, it's light, it's easy, and you're trying to best you can open up the spine. How long should you do this one? Well, you could do this one just for a couple of minutes. You could do it for 20 minutes. It's very good for you. Do it just long enough, it opens up your breath. Which for the acupuncturists, everybody else too, but the acupuncturist would have perhaps a little bit more knowledge of this. What are the organs that are in control of the inhalation? Acupuncturists. Any ideas? Not the lungs. Kidneys. Kidneys are connected to the root chakra. They're connected. If you had to run from a bear, they would fire up your adrenals. And then the kidneys and the adrenals then open up the lungs to get that breath in there. Anyway, the kidneys, they say in the ancient texts, the kidneys control the inhalation. Keep that in mind with your Qigong practice, and then also with what we're going to do with medical Qigong, because I intend to show you some very interesting things. So most of you will feel an ache. If you don't already feel it, you'll start feeling it in a while. Along the lower to mid back. That's where the chi is stuck, trying to move up to the kidneys. And we want to try and work through that all weekend. So be sure to drink plenty of water this weekend. Don't eat too much or do anything that would upset your chi as best you can. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go from movement like this, and we're going to unwind and pause